Boom. What up, YouTube? LTH coming at you with a video. 713 the Bio City. We up in here. So, now I understand that the Texans season is over. I still credit the Ravens for doing their thing. It was expected Baltimore would win as the favorite. And yes, I did pick the Texans to win, to go to their first ever AFC Championship game, but that wasn't the case. But I was going to make this video about what's next for the Texans. And before I talk about that, I want to go over a little bit more of what I didn't talk about. And yeah, in my last video, I did say that the offense was out of sync, or was aware that the offense couldn't get nothing going. They was nowhere near in rhythm. Too many penalties killed the Texans in this game, especially the pre-snap penalties, in which that was inexcusable in a crucial playoff game on the road in Baltimore. And in case I didn't mention it, they couldn't stop the Lamar Jackson in that running game when it mattered, meaning I noticed that the defense was tired as hell. And the only good thing that came out of that is the special teams, who got a special teams touchdown from Steven Sims, who went down with a concussion. But I'm not gonna waste time hanging my head though, cause nobody expected. I gotta say, nobody expected the Texans to even be good this year, to be where they were. Going 10-7, winning the AFC South unexpectedly, even though I predicted that they would miss out on winning the division. But unfortunately, thanks to the Jags 1-5 slump, that gave Houston the division title for 2023. But, even with this loss, I'm still proud to call myself a Texans fan through it all. Knowing that I've been rooting for the team since David Carr, a year before Andre Johnson was drafted. So, yeah, I just thought I want to briefly touch on it. And Dalton Schultz, he made some pretty good catches, and, so did Nico Collins. But, point shaving also haunt the Texans. Going against the #1 defense, what I learned, can't be committing dumb penalties, boneheaded pre-snap. Also, it can't be point shaving and missing field goals and stuff, because that can bite you in the ass going forward. And, of course, got to make better second half adjustments, because the way Baltimore came out swinging was vicious. Outsmarted, outplayed, out-physical the Texans. It just flat out shut them out, 24-0. But like I said, I'm not mad at the loss. Maybe disappointed, but not mad. Because, like I said, people were saying that the Texans would suck in 2023. So, I got to say, the future's bright. So, now that's going to bring me over to what's next for the Texans. Going into free agency and the draft. And who I would like to keep. And also, I would love to keep Jonathan Grenard, man. He had 12.5 sacks this year. Wish he would have got more had he not been injured for a few games. But I would look on the defensive side. I would love to bring back Jonathan Grenard, Derek Barnett, Sheldon Rankins. Got to keep that D-line intact, because the run defense was good this year. And of course, you got, in case Steven Nelson ends up leaving, going to have to end up getting some defensive backs as well, and a safety. Plus a safety, Yeah, I understand Jimmy Ward's coming back, but going to have to draft a safety at this point. Just in case if anything happens to Jimmy Ward going into 2024. And also add an additional linebackers, a few additional linebackers that can sew up the linebacking core for sure. And of course, I would like to keep Blake Cashman. He had himself a year, but if he doesn't stick around, then I know other teams, other Super Bowl contending teams are going to pay him. If, for example, the team that's in the AFC Championship game, the Baltimore Ravens, because they already stacked on defense, or the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, any team that's going to want to pay Black Cashman. But hopefully he can stick around. But, yeah, just, beef up the defensive line a little bit more, because I would love to have a even better defense in 2024. Hell, even a better secondary. If Steven Nelson goes, then hey, got to bring in some corners as well, some defensive backs, plus a safety. Hell, even the extra D tackle as well. Just to beef up the D line a little bit. Now the offense, Singletary did pretty solid. He did a solid job filling in as running back one. I had high expectations for Dameon Pierce, but unfortunately just didn't live up to it. Had a sophomore slump. Petrie kind of sucked too. I was hoping bigger things for him, but he had his moments, up and down second year. Who had 2 opportunities for an interception, for a drive-killing pick at that would have helped the Texans. One going through his hands and the other, he had it, then it slipped out his hand, which led to Lamar Jackson rushing TD the next play. And that right there definitely haunted the Texans. So for the offense, I think Singletary's here for another year. But if he ends up leaving, they got to go get a running back for sure. And, of course, I want Mike Evans or T. Higgins. And plus they get Tank Dell back, which is huge because he was missed out there. Not using injuries as an excuse, but I'm just saying that his presence was missed big time, his speed, because dude has big speed when healthy. Had big things going for him up until that injury versus Denver in Week 13. So they get Tank Dell back, which is huge, and keep Dalton Schultz as well. I know they won't be able to keep everybody, but I would like to bring Dalton Schultz back to a 2-year extension at the least. But a wide receiver I want is either Mike Evans, Mike Evans or T. Higgins. Hell, I'll take either one of them too. I mean, I know Titans and Jaguars are going to try to get T. Higgins as well, but hey, I would like to see either Mike Evans or T. Higgins in a Texans uniform come 24. Just as long as they're both can ball out and stay healthy, I'm all for it. And an offensive line, starting preseason, endured injuries left and right on the offensive line. Kenyon Green, couldn't. Titus Howard, who got hurt in that Jags game. And other offensive linemen who went down. That went down could and will end up coming back for sure, full strength. So there will be some few linemen that'll leave, but gotta be for the show. So when healthy, the offensive line could be even better, which could help in the running game for sure. Help the running game be even better in 2024. But yeah, first year head coach, first year quarterback and C.J. Stroud, DeMeco Ryans, I mean, exceeded expectations. From before the start of the season, they had the Texans sucking, and they both exceeded expectations as well. I mean, no lie, like I said, I would have loved to at least be in the AFC Championship game at the minimum, because as far as Super Bowl, I ain't gonna lie. low. I mean, my expectations for a Super Bowl appearance was low, realistically low. So me wanting to see them in the AFC Championship game is what I wanted. But at the end of the day, wasn't meant to be. So yeah, it's gonna suck not seeing my team in there next week. But not to mention the playoffs still go through Baltimore. So whoever wins out of Buffalo and Kansas City, gonna have their hands full. I mean, I know the Chiefs in the Bills defense got good defenses too, but as far as in Baltimore, they're gonna have their hands full to whoever win that game. So, and shout out to the 49ers for advancing to the NFC Championship game for the third straight year and fourth time of their last 5 since they didn't make the playoffs in 2020. I mean, yeah, the last year's NFC title game, they got manhandled by the Eagles. And in 21, an interception away from facing the Bengals in Super Bowl 56. So shout out to the Niner Empire. I mean, yeah, that was in the dogfight against the Packers for sure. And also shout out to the Green Bay Packers, man. Also, they played like a dark horse as well. I mean, nobody expected Green Bay to be in the playoffs, but damn, they went into Dallas last week and beat the snot out of them boys. Put up damn near 50 on their ass. I mean, yeah, I know I did pick Dallas to beat Green Bay, but man, they manhandled the Cowboys. I mean, but shout out to the Packers, man. I mean, they had a good season. You see the expectations of their own. I mean, just like in Houston, the future is bright in Green Bay. So look for Green Bay and Houston to upgrade their rosters in upcoming free agency in the draft. So, yeah, and I know the division rivals in the AFC South going to build up as well. So, if I was to pick a legitimate threat in the division next year, in my opinion, I mean, I'm going to have to say the Indianapolis Colts. The way they also exceeded expectations as well when they had them projected to finish up under 500. But, 9-8 is better than being under 500. But I could see the Colts being a legitimate threat to the Texans in the division. I mean, but not going to sleep on them Jaguars, though, or the Titans, because they're going to look to upgrade their rosters as well. So I take all my division rivals big serious and not take them lightly. Like how the Dallas Cowboys took the Green Bay Packers lightly. Just because the Packers didn't have Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Packers sure as hell hit Dallas with a rude awakening last week. So, Mike Evans or T. Higgins to the Texans, I'm all for it. If Singletary doesn't come back, get a running back. And give Dameon Pierce time to develop a little more. If it means going and signing a running back in the free agency. And of course, keep the O-line intact and bring back Dalton Schultz to at least 2-year contract. So, yeah, just upgrade the defense a little bit more and the pass defense as well. I mean, yeah, they had their moments. They look good, and they had their moments when they look shaky. So, got to upgrade that pass defense because I want to have at least a top 10, a top 5 pass defense of 24 as well, which means limiting the big plays. God damn. Limiting the big plays through the air. And so, there's that. So, I mean, future is bright in Houston. So, just thought I wanted to come drop my 2 cents in on what was next for the Texans. After their beatdown and they took in Baltimore, in the second half. After hanging around with them in the first half, sacking Lamar 3 times before halftime. But yeah, just after that, Baltimore just bitch slapped them to oblivion that second half, outscoring them 24-0. So yeah, I mean, once again, shout out the Ravens flock. I mean, they are now my prediction to win it all. Not only come out of the AFC, but win it all because of that vicious ass defense they possess. I mean, no knock against. I mean, I like the 49ers, don't get me wrong, but it's something about these damn Baltimore Ravens, man. I mean, yeah, Lamar Jackson is now 4-0 against the Texans, including in the playoffs, and 2-0 against C.J. Stroud. Yeah, gonna have to wait until 24 to beat these guys, because not to mention, ever since they started playing each other, the Ravens been a serial thrown to the Texans side for sure. So, historically. So, I'll probably upload this video when I'm off work, so I'm gonna upload it right away. So, yeah, there's that. So I'm still gonna knock out my championship Sunday predictions on the AFC and NFC side. So be on the lookout for that. So till then, LTH checking on up out of here. 713 to Bayou City, 24/7 365. Go Houston Texans. I'm out.